Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a second quarter check-in on my 2020 goals, which with the state of the world has been incredibly difficult to do anything on that list. So I will start by saying, I'm sure most of you know, pretty much right after I put the last check-in video with my goals out, like literally right after I uploaded it, everything went crazy with the whole COVID-19 and all that. It sent it into a point of a lot of these were impossible to do or work on and won't be able to happen at all this year. So I do apologize if you hear barking. There's somebody walking down the street and the dogs are going nuts. So anyways, I will go through them and we will discuss those specific ones that are hard to do once I get to them. So number one on my list was to wear my glasses more. I don't think I have worn my glasses one single time since the last video, which I know is terrible. And it's really biting me in the ass because I've been trying to actually read more, which is another one of mine on the list. And I, of course, am straining my eyes, and then it doesn't occur to me, well, put on your glasses, you idiot. So I definitely need to actually try to work on that and hold myself accountable. And the only person that will suffer from that is me, because my eyesight is getting terrible, and well, we can see why. Number two was drink more water. This is probably obviously the most successful one I've had on here. I've been drinking water constantly. I'm not gonna lie, part of it was because of the whole COVID-19 thing. I wouldn't drink anything out of a can. Just because they said that seems to survive on metal a lot longer. It's like, you know what? Perfect way to kind of get myself to stop drinking stuff that comes in a can, because whether the risk is high or not, it's a reason not to. So it helped me kind of push away from that. So that was good. Water is pretty much all I've been drinking besides tea. I've been drinking a shit ton of tea. I don't know what's gotten into me, but cold tea, hot tea, it's like I've been drinking a lot of tea. There's this one Lipton tea that I really like that's honey green tea. It's delicious. And then also I did try out Sips by for like a month or two. So I've got a bunch of tea from that, and then I believe it was one of the Goddess Provision boxes came with a thing of tea, so I've just been drinking a ton of tea. I actually went out and bought a tea kettle and everything because I was like, you know what? Might as well do that instead of drinking a bunch of sugary shit, and I would say it's been going well. Number three was get healthy. That one I honestly have not had too much trouble with. I know buying certain stuff has been tricky because I live here in Michigan, and Michigan got hit really hard, especially the county that I live in was one of the highest hit counties besides Detroit. So, you know, grocery stores have been kind of hit or miss. Not so much now that we're getting, you know, further away from the worst part of it, or so it seems so far. But I know, like, most of the end of March all the way through April, like, finding certain things was nearly impossible. Thankfully, for whatever reason, people don't buy a lot of produce when they should be taking care of their health. So, I mean, tons of vegetables I've been eating. I also went to a meat market and got like a bundle of meat, and that lasted me for like a month. So I've been cooking at home for the most part. We haven't really been ordering out, cooking everything from scratch. So that has definitely helped health-wise. So has been drinking water. So I would say that's kind of been going well. I have lost a little bit of weight, not a ton, but you know, it's progress to me, so I'm happy about that. Number four was get a skincare routine down. So I would say compared to some of my other videos, my skin has calmed down a little bit, but between stress and having to wear a mask over my face at work all the time because it is required by my employer, or we are not allowed to work, Um, my skin has not liked it because, especially since it's been so hot outside, it was like 92 the other day, and having a mask on, it's just sweat sitting under there, so my skin has just been sitting sweaty for hours and hours and hours, and my skin has definitely not been too happy about that. But I've been washing it with the same soap every night, and I've been making sure I do what I need to do. It is getting better. It is still a little rough, like I still have, red spots everywhere, but it's starting to calm down, thankfully. Number 5, working on my sleeping habits. I would say that's going okay. Yeah. I mean, my insomnia has kind of been coming in waves. Like, I've had a lot of other things going on, which I know I'm not the only one. It's been hard sometimes to sleep, but then also because of everything else going on, by the time I do lay down, I've been pretty exhausted. So there's been some nights where I've gotten plenty of sleep, some where I haven't. So I would say it's going okay, I guess. We'll just stick with that. Number 6 is work on self-care. I am doing okay on self-care. I've obviously been drinking a ton of water, eating as best as I can, getting my skin taken care of. I take multivitamins every day, so I mean, I would say that I'm doing pretty decent on self-care and getting better at it. Number 7, write and paint more. I have been painting a ton. I've done some paintings and some little projects. I will put some pictures in right now. So I've done all those projects. I've also done some wood burning and some other random stuff. So I've definitely been doing a lot of creative things. And I don't know what to do with all this stuff that I've made now. So I was thinking about making an Etsy and possibly putting some of that up there. If any of you guys are interested, obviously you don't have to buy anything that I've made, but just because I don't know what else to do with it. But yeah, I've been doing a ton of stuff like that, so I would say I'm doing great on that. Number 8, get a better car. So my older brother who moved in with me, he had a truck that had some minor stuff that needed to get fixed on it, and then he went and got a newer vehicle, and he gave me the truck. I have so far put probably about $1,000 into it, and I had almost finished everything on it that needed to be done except for some exhaust work, an alignment, and it needs a fuel pump. Well, all of the mechanics got shut down when all this happened, so I've not been able to take it in to get it finished. So now that stuff's slowly starting to open back up, hopefully I can get that finished. I know my brother went and got an alignment on it for me, so there's only 2 things left I need to do now. So that helps, but that's definitely been tricky. We definitely had to kind of just put that on the back burner because there hasn't been any place open that would fix it. So that's just kind of been sitting, and the problems with the exhaust are not things that I can fix myself because there's some welding that needs to get done. So yeah, but hopefully soon I can get back on track with that. Number 9 is recycle more. I don't know if this is happening in every state. I'm not sure. I know in Michigan, at least, a lot of things changed in regards to that, where we were not allowed to take back bottles, which we still can't yet. We can't for another couple days, actually. But they're going to let us start returning bottles soon, which I probably have, I don't know how many bags of recyclables from my brother and my roommate in our garage. A lot of them, probably like $50 worth. It's pretty nuts. They both drink a lot of pop and energy drinks, so and beer. But yeah, so I haven't been able to take those back, but I haven't thrown them away. They will get recycled. I also went and bought the reusable produce bags to put your produce in, so you're not using those plastic bags all the time. And then I also have been using reusable shopping bags and all that, which has been tricky. Some stores will not let you bring them in because you're bringing in your own germs and whatnot. So, I mean, that's been tricky too. And then, of course, our trash pickup company actually does recycling for free too. So I've been utilizing that. So I would say that one is going as best as it can right now under the circumstances that we've all been under. Number 10 was the tattoo I wanted to get. I needed to work on. Obviously, again, with everything that's gone on, all the tattoo parlors were closed. I believe they all open up. Well, I don't know when I'm going to post this video compared to when I recorded it, but as of recording, tattoo parlors don't open up until Monday, which today is Friday. So a couple more days on that. I think I'm going to try to book an appointment for that because I want to get it done. And I feel like with everything going on, it shows you why you shouldn't wait on stuff, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow when every place just closes down and there goes all your opportunities. So, but yeah, I should probably schedule that while I've got the chance. Number 11, dress how I want without fear. I would say that is going according to plan so far. I do have a bunch of stuff in my wardrobe now that I've been wearing and have been, you know, pretty much going along with what I want. So I would say that's going fine. Plus, obviously, with the videos that I'm putting out for it, you guys are seeing that journey separately anyways. Number 12, spend more time with friends. Do I need to expand on this one? I'm sure you guys know how that's going. Obviously, for the most part, I have not seen anyone outside of my house or my work. Unlike most people, through this situation, I am an essential worker, so I had never stopped working through this whole situation. I've been going to work every day. I've been around my coworkers and people that aren't my coworkers, you know, safely, of course, but other than that, I have not seen any friends. My roommate that lives with me is obviously one of my friends, so I've seen them. There have been a few times where I've seen people from a safe distance. I did have a friend come over and stand out in my front yard about a good 10 feet away from me, and we talked for like an hour or two. I've done that with a couple different friends because I have friends that live quite a ways away, and they were going to be in town for a few days, and who knew when would be the next time I would see them because they live like 3.5 hours away. So, I mean, they did kind of, you know, hang out by their car in my driveway while I hung out, you know, quite a distance from them. So it was good to see them, especially since my birthday was in May. So they wanted to stop by and see me. And so I have seen a few friends, but as far as like actually hanging out with friends, that has not happened since like the beginning of March, which has been really freaking shitty because I want to spend more time with my friends, and then all this happens, of course. I'm sure that a lot of people are missing their friends, so I feel you guys. Number 13, travel more. Obviously, I have not traveled anywhere. Technically I did, but it was not like travel. It was to take care of something that was going on with a family member, and that's pretty much it. I know some people were still flying, even though they definitely shouldn't have been, and it's because flights to here and there were ridiculously cheap. And I get it, you know, a lot of people can't afford to go anywhere. and they felt like it was their only opportunity. And if you're willing to take that risk, that's on you. I wasn't willing to. Not to mention I would have been able to get the time off to go in the first place. So obviously I've not traveled anywhere, and I go on a yearly trip with my friends, and I really wanted to go camping this year, but because of everything going on and money and all that, it was kind of debatable on whether we were going to do anything this year or not. I know most of my friends have not been working, have not been getting paid. None of them have been getting unemployment or anything. They've been completely broke, which is, I feel bad for them. A lot of them have house payments or rent and have had no way to pay it. So that's been one of those things where I'm like, you know, if I even plan a trip, will anybody be able to even go? I know since everything is opening back up, a lot of my friends are able to go back to work now, and they're not going to be able to get any time off because theoretically they just had 2 months off. So I don't think their bosses are going to freely give them time off, but I guess we'll see what happens. I kind of started looking into it so that I could plan like a camping trip, but you know, we'll see. Number 14 was to go to more concerts this year. Obviously, that is also another one that's not going to happen. Maybe towards the end of the year, who knows? I guess it's too soon to say that that's not going to happen at all this year, but I don't foresee it happening, which is really shitty considering that there's a really good concert venue right down the street. And they actually had a bunch of shows at the beginning of the year like planned that I was really excited to go to, that would have been easy for me to go to without, you know, having to worry about work or anything like that. But of course all that's happened, so I don't know that I'll be able to get to concerts. I guess we'll see how that goes. Not too hopeful on that, I'll be honest with you. Number 15 was to develop a green thumb. So in my last video I showed you guys the plants that I had, or at least one of them. I don't know if I showed you all of them. I know I showed you one that I popped from a seed. That one finally has died. I couldn't keep it alive for the life of me, and I tried, and it would start to die and then I would revive it, and then it would start to die again, and then I would revive it, and then it would start to die again, and it just finally died. It gave up. It was supposed to be an aloe vera plant. I tried. I did. I honestly did. I think I overwatered it was the problem. I'm not sure. I think I was so eager to make sure I was giving it attention that I gave it too much, and I think that's where the problem came from. I'm not quite sure. I do right now have 4 plants going, and they're all doing well. I have a Madagascar dragon plant, which that one has like pretty much doubled in size since I got it. I have a golden pothos that I got from Lowery that I just got, so I mean, too early to tell, but I've had it for a couple weeks now, and that has actually gotten quite a bit bigger. I have a basil plant that is from seeds that is growing like crazy. It was like this size, and now it's like it's huge. And then I also have a succulent that I've been growing that's actually has a little offshoot that started growing, so now there's 2 of them in the pot instead of 1, so it cloned itself. So I would say that means those are doing good. So I would say that I'm like learning that, you know, some plants need more sunlight, some need more water, some need less water, some are better outside, some are better inside. So I mean, I think I'm figuring out, you know, to pay attention to each plant's specific need and try to keep on top of that. And my brother also showed me a good way to test how much moisture is in the plant and to check the root system. A couple of those plants that I named I've already actually repotted because they outgrew their pots. So I think I'm doing better with that. I've never been able to keep plants like this alive for that long, so I would say, you know, that's definitely a plus. So these are my plants and how they're doing. This one is my basil, which when I put it up here, it was just a tiny little
thing. It's already outgrown its starter cup, so I do need to repot it, which is why I have this sitting here. I'm about to do that. And it's gotten quite tall. Like, it's doing very well. This is the succulent I was referring to. Originally it was just one of these, now there's two. And this one when I got it was probably like that much, and now it's quite tall. This is the golden pothos, which I keep spinning it so different sides of it get sun, but this has already grown quite a bit compared to what it looked like when I got it. It's actually taking up a lot of this space now. They're not all quite fitting up here anymore. And then this is the Madagascar dragon, which has been repotted. Both the succulent and this one has been repotted. This one came in, the one that the succulent isn't currently. And the succulent one was in a real tiny pot, about the size of the one that owl that died was in. So it's gotten quite big. Those are the plants I am working on keeping alive right now, and I would say it's going decently so far. But yeah.
And then the last thing on my list, number 16, was to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year. I think right now I have 9. So since my last video, my channel has grown by, I think, 2 subscribers, 2 or 3. 2, I think 2. One of them I know is my friend Joe. So hi Joe, thank you. I'm not so worried about that right now. There's too much other more important shit going on to be worried about YouTube and growing a channel and what other dumb shit is going on. But I want to say, because of everything going on between COVID-19 and this terrible racism that our country is going through right now, and I feel like it's kind of made me question myself again on what I'm trying to do, what my purpose for having a YouTube channel was, what my goals with it were. It's made me kind of reevaluate what I wanted out of this channel, which I always knew from the beginning when I started the channel, that I wanted it to be something where there was something thought-provoking on it, or informative, or entertaining, and also, I don't know, I just had all these plans for it, and I realized I haven't even gotten to what I actually wanted to do yet, because instead I was just trying to fill it with videos of stuff until I got around to what I needed to do or what I wanted to do, which I still plan on doing some of the other videos that are more lighthearted, just because I don't care who you are, you can't be serious 100% of the time. If you don't take a breath and like relax here and there, you're gonna run yourself ragged. So but I do want to get into the more important videos that I wanted to do, which I want to do a video about PCOS and how it affects people, and talk about what it's done for me and how it's affected me and everything. I think that's an important video. I also wanted to do one on suicide prevention, which is something I'm really passionate about, and that has unfortunately affected my life in quite big ways, and I wanted to do a video on that. I also wanted to do an important video on thrifting and why people should thrift more instead of fast fashion, which I know a lot of people buy into fast fashion, and it's because they love style, they love fashion, they love keeping up with trends, and I get it, but I wish people saw the bigger picture of what fast fashion is and all of the waste, and I mean waste, it creates. But yeah, I wanted to do a video on that. I also wanted to do a video about the importance of traveling and getting outside of your own little bubble and why you should go experience the world. So I still plan on doing those. I think that this just kind of gave me the kick in the ass, like, hey, you know, there's no time but the present to kind of use your art or your creative drive to make what you actually want. So I'm still going to finish out this style series. I'm still probably going to do some of these unboxings on here, or whatever other random stuff. But I also want to incorporate the things that I really, truly feel are important, so that my channel is a mix of lighthearted stuff and actual like thought-provoking important stuff. So, you know, I feel like once I actually finally start doing what I'm passionate about, you know, if subscribers follow, they do. If they don't, whichever. But I feel like until I get to that point, I shouldn't even be concerned with that. So, anyways, enough rambling. I'm sure that was way too much annoying shit to listen to me ramble about. So anyways, I just want to reiterate that, you know, if you set goals for yourself, try your best to follow them, to see them through. And I will do another video of these in, let's see, it would be September. Yeah, September. So I will have another one of these, and then talking about how my next 3 months after that go. This one obviously was for April, May, and June. So the next one will be July, August, and September. I want to say keep your head up, you guys. I know the world this year has been, it's been a lot. It's been a lot to take in and to grasp. But I hope you guys are all staying safe. I hope you guys are staying healthy. I also hope you guys are standing up for Black lives and helping them, whether it's protesting, donating, spreading awareness, checking your own white privilege and realizing, hey, you know, we're benefiting from the system. They need to be benefiting from the system. It should be equality. And yeah, I think that's pretty much where I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to leave a ton of links below if you do want to look into helping out Black Lives Matter. I'm also going to leave a couple other links to things that I've found useful the past couple months with everything crazy going on. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.